This day 1560 Arukh HaShulchan Yomi. They were doing your day Simon Shin Vav Sivcha Beis, the Simon Shin Ches, Siv Gimel. Chav Beis. Right? Chav Beis? Yes. Ketzad, how does it work? No, the movement so it gets the movement within the first year of its existence. Rashai Kamakod was going to leave it alive until the end of the 12 months. No, Mustav Shnas gets him at the end of the first year of its existence. Muta the Kaim Shloshim Yom Yom Shas you can leave it alive for 30 days from the time of the moon. After the Aflo Pishu Meist Chashnaso, even though it's going to die after its year, which is an interesting clause. We'll see what that means. Ketzad. How so? Koron Shanav Bo Mum Tesla Yom Lifnei Marshloso got the moon 15 days for the end of the first year. Mashlim Tesla Yom Achar Marshloso gets 15 days after the end of the year. Keshal Mum Achashnaso, so it gets its moon after the end of the year. And Shai El Achloshim only allowed to leave for 30 days. Then you have to eat it. That which during its year you give it 12 months. Zel Yom Shmini. That's the 8th day. Even though, according to the opinion, you could have eaten right when it's born. Since it was born Tom, good point. You're not allowed to eat at the time the time was born because it was a korban. A korban has to wait 8 days. Even this situation, those who say no, if it's a full term, regardless whether it's born Tom or Ba'amum, you only get a year once it gets to Mum, you only get a year from the day it's born. Now his mother seeing the shach on the one hand and the opinion of existence of the bush on the other hand. And Shankos, that seems to be language of the Torah. Sorry, there's no distinction. Rambam seems that that's the language of the Rambam. The year of Bechar who it's 12 months of a lunar year from day to day. Like 354, 355, 356 days. So you leap year. You start below. It's for the benefit of the Bechor. You give another month, 13 months. Therefore, that the Bechor is born later. For the Shnas it's years over earlier. You have two sheep. Echad b'Tesro shel Adar Rishon was born on 50th day of Adar Rishon. Echad b'Rosh Chodesh Sheni. The one was born on the Rosh Chodesh of Adar Sheni. Zeh shel Rosh Chodesh. The one was born on Rosh Chodesh came Shgia Hashana Abba Yom Rishon b'Adar. Once the next year Rosh Chodesh Adar comes, also Shana has a year. Zeh shel b'Chatzi Adar Rishon was born 15 days later, halfway through Adar Rishon. No, 15 days earlier. Until test of Adar Rishon, also Shana Chatzi Adar Shana Abba. It has till 15 out of the next year, which is 15 days later. Came Shal B'Chodesh Iber, since it was born in the leap month. Money so Adar counted for Adar, but Shvat and not for Shvat. V'chein Adin Shnei Yiladim Liyim Bar Mitzvah. We've had this halacha in terms of Bar Mitzvah boys. Kamosh Kosab Marachaim Siman and Hey Ayin Sham. V'abi Shemitzvah Le'achol B'Chor B'Toch Shnaso, even though it's to eat the B'Chor within its year. Ben Lemizbech Ben Leheda, whether it's as a sacrifice, whether it's a personal consumption, which Kosavnu, as the Makom over as if you violate this with Shah also. And delayed it. I feel amazing even liberally. So after the year's over, Harbei, made a nifsa. I feel Mizbech. It's not does not become possible even as a korban. There's no time limit. The prohibition he could violate. Rosh Hashanah yell at me, cry and sham. And Rosh Hashanah, they learn out of a pasuk. He did not explain this idea. I thought it was explained. I feel amazed. I assume I feel amazed means even if they can't recuperate from the mum, but enough time, you're still not allowed to leave it. I don't understand what he meant. I'm sorry. Going back to let me say we don't understand. When you Chabez, which he said that so there, but no mum sofshnas mutter kaim alam yom mishnas mum avi yishum meis lachar shnoso. I don't know what he meant by that. I thought I was going to explain it, but it doesn't seem to explain it. I don't know. Chavdal, Kosar Ramasham, the Ram writes, the Bechor said the Bechor are the edge, Ashlan Yura, Laros, the Chacham, before it is, I just had a thought, but that thought does not seem to, I know. Anyway, Chavta Kusar Ramasham. Chorus man so Choron Ardein actually near La Rosa Chacham before it is you can show it to a Chacham. In other words, it doesn't have a mum. You can leave it alive for 2 or 3 years. What else you gonna do? You don't have a choice. Once it's suitable to be shown to a Chacham, you know, if it gets moved within the year, so mutar which I kind of leave it on for 12 months. Okay, if you didn't, like it's in previous, if you left it long for later, you did something bad, but it's not possible. You know, so got to move after the year. Mekayim lam yom leave around for 30 days. I can't show no. This means to say, actually, no near also chacham before it's ready to be shown to a chacham. But actually, it's dam chacham until you can find a chacham. Actually, no, but mum it already has a mum, and you can leave around for any mechuyev like a chacham. You're not required to pursue a chacham at a distance. But shalosh shanim lav dafka 3 years is not specific. What in yoser obviously it can be more. But yuguz ma'amo is just an exaggeration. Tulo kasav cloudin said, "Well, not right this halach at all." But then you know like a mumcha. Nowadays, don't have any experts. But they're anashim. You use just 3 people. Much because sim test. In loshachim archlonia also chacham. So therefore, language before you can show it to a chacham, it's not relevant. It's not as that. The Miani al Shulchan Aruch Farshim Shulkasua Idaino Shachtin said, "Stand the Shulchan Farshim. Don't point out that Allah this we don't have any mumchim in Bechoros anymore." Shinsai Dina Bechor Achar Shchita the Ocha Bechor after Shechli V'Shakoin Tzarich L'Shoso, and that the Kohen has to do leave it around. Aleph Koso Tuva Shulchan right Ein Margilim B'Hema Bechor. You can't strip an animal the Bechor through its legs down left sheet Oro Shalem Derech Magloso to strip off its flesh its skin a hole through by going through the legs. This is what you do if you want to make a water bottle out of it. Feel by bamumos, even if the animal's bamut, so some should the be zoyin habahu. To be zoyin, it's like doing work to catch him. It looks like you're selling the hide. Let's talk about potion and apachim. Well, it's the other use. You can make it that way. You can make a bellows for a blacksmith. So obviously that's that would be sorry. Also, it's a decree. They might lest you come to grow from them flocks and flocks of bechoros. That's a shim mishchot. You're going to tarry to the shechs. Ad shim sab bnei adam havakshemos until you find people who want the hides. But the Rambam allows you to skin it that way. Which goes time the siman shin vav si base. So there's it's only an issue by karbanos which came possible, not by bechor which got a mum. Base kasaram per gimel din yud. Rambam writes because the treifa of bechor is found to be treifa. They have a mortal wound after it's shechted. Im tamimu. It was without blemish. When treifa Arukh HaShulchan is found treifa after it was skinned. However, the hide has to be burned, by cover, and the flesh buried. Obviously, it was a carpenter's puzzle. If it's a ba'mum, nishcha mum is shechted on account of the mum. Abasi cover, the flesh has to be buried. But the kohen can benefit from the hide. Which nishcha pimumcha as long as it's shechted on the basis of the say of an expert. Hagalashano. End quote. Nishcha shlopi mumcha is shechted on the basis of the say of an expert. Dino kedam that has the same look as an unblemished animal. The Torah holds that even as the blemish is shechted on the basis of an expert, Hargan can cover. You have to still bury the hide. Zesh Kosa Rabbeinu Beis says that's the Beis Yosef writes in Sip Beis. And found to be treifa. Oro im besoro. Its hide with its flesh is also the right benefit from. The tongue and it's required to be buried. Means even after Chacham was martyred, she can't cause a Torah. This right, two rights. You shachtim needs a treifa. If you shachtim, it's found to be treifa. Kosa Rambam Mechule. Ram writes it's Sarah. Adonia Rosh. Kosa Sheoro Im Besoro, the hide with the flesh. Also by no, it's forbidden to right benefit. The tongue before it's got to be buried. Dam means that here Machlekes from Zwag Daf Kuftal. Dam Rabbi Yochanan Loch Rabbi Akiva Chule. I guess I'm going to argue. And the others whole Pascha Chachamim Mein Sham. Ram lo Goras Zeh Ram didn't have this gift. Such Goras a tom kai that is just going on a tom, not a bamum. Henkas of a Rav Sham. That's what the Bartnura has. A lo Rabbi Akiva the bamum. That is mutter bamum. Chachamim tam. I was talking about tom. Only not by Mamuk. Kachem Mashma, Meramba Fesh, Mishnah, Hashem, the Dvar, Masha Lo Plige. Sounds from there's not a Machlekes, one's by Tom, one's by Mamum, Tzarchim. Tzarchim, the Shir Chachamim Lokai, Arabi Kiva, Arabi Chanina, Skana Konim. Okay, you have to know the Sugi there. I'm sorry, but not Tzarchim. But Tzarch Loma, I have to say, Shir Chachamim Lokai, Arabi Kiva, not going to Kiva, in his case, Arabi Chanina, Skana Konim, but the case of Chanina, Skana Konim, which causes Rashi stuff, a Sugi, like Rashi, I'd say, in the Sugar, I and Shum. Tzarchim, Tom, Lama, Yeshua, Ben Orla Basar. It's not clear why by Tom, there's between the hide and the flesh. Kfar Tarach HaTeisa Yontif B'zeh Ayin Shamei Kamakom. Says Yontif had difficulty with this. See there. Kim Mukasar Rabbeinu Ramah writes Chayin Tov L'mochel Kuti Chum Shchita. It says best to sell to a guy before Shchita Kal Sharo. For I'm B'chokim with that. Many people argue with the Aslim Kol. You're not allowed to sell to a Kuti. The Shem Yav Zeri Kali Yisrael. Maybe he's going to sell it to a Jew. With the Gazes Yavbo, and the Jew's going to come to shear it and work with it. I feel Shishcha B'fani also even for the guy to shech in front of us is also. The Shachar became a Chasam Mustafa. Perhaps the soil shechted, okay, was shechted kosher shchita after the chacham was matir. Yochel machlo couldn't b'dikas areya. You sell before you check the lungs, so you don't find treifa. It's already late. V'ikar davar lo avin. Primary matter I don't understand. The vadik amosu kadesh lo have seed bone. It's a treifa. Well, obviously his intent is not to suffer loss if it's found to be a trade. The Grand Law is going to sell to a non-Jew. Where do you find such a takana to give the animal to a non-Jew in these conditions? It's found the trade, right? It's got to be buried. Rambam or a mutter, perhaps since going to Rambam, the hide is permitted, so therefore it's a way to get the hide to be useful. But it's not clear. That Kohen shows that God Kohen has to leave the Bechor around and raise it. Archibald mum till it gets a move. Because there's no limit. However, you can sell to a Jew, even to a regular Jew, even if it's a time, even you saw she and it finds a Jew who wants to buy it from him. V'shene Kedushas Bechor, and it's going to conduct itself with Kedushas Bechor. Why somebody do this, I have no idea. Archibald mum until eventually gets a mum. Let's say they're not being mumchet. And then he'll permit it based on the say-so of an expert. And eat it. That which allowed to sell so it's only the buyers buy it for his own purposes. You can also available, but to buy it as an investment is awesome. Now to do commercial activity with the Bechor. But if he bought it for his own purpose, then he doesn't need it anymore. Scenario where he needs it, he's not doing anything with it. But anyway, and go back and sell it. I explained earlier. In bracket says he would sell to regular soil. Let me buy the coin. Goes out saying he sell to another coin. If he can even sell to Yisrael, Abakuti also betam. We're not allowed to sell to a non-Jew a tam, an unblemished bechor. Shinches. Is Israel avoid of a giza b'chor? I feel about mum. You're not allowed to work or shear b'chor, even if it's about mum. See, it says call b'chor gomer. Loso b'chor sharech. Loso goes in chon tzonech. You're not allowed to work the b'chor of your oxen nor shear the b'chor of your sheep. Work in the middle of the Torah is just going with the normal pattern. The short darko b'avoid normally work an ox at some giza and you shear sheep. Who I think laughing at me also, but also vice versa also. Kachshim v'choros, that's themselves b'choros. In the end, shor ba'avodah some gisa. I only know that an ox is not allowed to work and a sheep is not allowed to shear. Mantinus Omer b'zev shows that. How you know the vice versa as well. Tamu loso vav loso goes. Vav mosifel ino rishon. The vavs add, and they add and they mingle. Yomadush name, as Amy said, they learn one from the other. Sifri Ray, the Sim Kub Chabdal, Yoda Kavachomer, it's learned on Kavachomer. I ain't showing. Nine, the Gambali Mum, and also begins to avoid. I know it's true also about Mum. It says, Parsley Clark, Bachabas, and Avshkot, these Bach, Vachalto, Basar. Says, in all that you desire, you should slaughter and eat meat. Shim Sifri Sham, Sifri says, but may I cause of Daber, this is actually what's that in Rashi, this is this past week's Parsha here. So, because of Daber, what are you talking about? Even Basta Taiva, we're talking about meat which you eat, which is chulin, which you're eating because you want to eat meat. For Omar, this is raised no, it's a different pasuk. Say about animals which are apostle, which are karbanos, which came unfit and redeemed. Time Bechoros Tizbar Logiza, it says in Bechoros you're allowed to slaughter them, not to shear them. So animal which had been a kosher carbon, and then we came got a mum and was redeemed, and a kosher shnasu bam mum and liftu, like we just said. Shai Sir Magiza will mail do the avoid also to shear and also therefore also to work. Kosher came before bam mum. It goes out saying the bechor, which is about God mum, the just and which is holy from its conception. Also because avoida holy from the womb. It's also because avoida. It's also to shear and to work, not from conception from the womb. Base. Therefore, bechor, whether it is tam or bamum, also because I'm already not allowed to shear or to work. Now goes this over somebody who does so. Look, I mean, on the right, and the Torah gets a malchus. Because Rama Pergam Mimila, the Tolish and goes if you pluck, that's not like shearing. Venachayev ad she exodes only chayev when you shear. Kadei rocha basita kaful, the width of a double thread. Come over Shabbos, like the shear on Shabbos is suffik bechor also because of avodah. You have a suffix if it's a bechor, you're not allowed to shear it or work. If ain't like you look at malchus, I ain't sure. There's only a malchus inside the malchus. There's chiluk ben goyzes l'toilish. There's no when you pluck and where you shear. Below the Easter, but it's also no matter what. Became a chain my dime because the short since it says still constant sacred chaim over v'gazas o toshim b'yadam. Therefore, if you violate it and you shore or sheared, or you pluck with your hand, or I feel not shar at semer, even if the wool fall off on its own, may not smoke. I assume by no longer there also any benefit. Doesn't matter if the chor died afterwards. If you shecht afterwards, by a chacham being matirate. Since it fell up before it became mutter, and the sharp remain leaves it retains its glusha. The shechita does not permit the wool which was plucked off while it was alive. But the wool which was connected to the body still at the time of the shechita, that becomes mutter by the shechita, just like the flesh. Interesting. The wool which was plucked while it was alive, but it's still on its body, entangled with the rest of the wool. That which looks like the rest of the wool, you can't tell there was plucked from the body. Shechita permits it. That which doesn't look like the wool of the rest of the body, meaning that the you can tell that the root of that wool is turned upside down. Everybody can see it was plucked during its lifetime. And the shechita does not permit it. But the reason is because it has to be the case. And really the wool which falls off on its own while the animal's alive is permitted. Rabbanan Gozer was a Rabbanan decree against it. You shouldn't leave the animal around. So that the wool should fall off all the time. We came to Rabbanan, since it's Rabbanan, lo yichmir rak b'shein nira k'shar tzemer. It's only machmir where it doesn't look like the other wool, where it's not incognito. Okay, it says here, back to Rashi b'choros, but that's it for today in any event.